Welcome to the third episode of our Ancient Civilizations Fatherhood series, where we explore the parenting practices of our forefathers. Today, we'll be discussing about ancient Romans and their approach to fatherhood. The ancient Romans were known for many things, but did you know that they had a unique perspective on fatherhood? In this video, we're going to explore some of the interesting facts about ancient Roman fatherhood. So grab a toga and a glass of wine and let's get started. Did you know that the word paterfamilias comes from the Latin words pater, father, and familias, family? It literally means father of the household. So, basically, if you were the head of your household in ancient Rome, you were the ultimate dad. This was the term used to describe the head of the family, and it was typically the oldest male member of the household. The paterfamilias had complete control over the family, including the power of life and death over his children. But don't worry, things weren't always so grim. The paterfamilias also had a responsibility to ensure that his family was taken care of, both financially and socially. He was expected to provide for his family and to teach his children the skills they needed to succeed in life. Now, let's talk about discipline. The Roman fathers were known for their strict parenting techniques. They believed that physical punishment was necessary to raise strong and virtuous children. In fact, they even had a special belt called a fascina that was used to spank disobedient children. They believed that children needed to be disciplined, even punished, in order to become successful adults. And I'm not just talking about a timeout or a stern talking to. I'm talking about some seriously harsh punishments. For example, if a Roman child misbehaved, they could be beaten with a leather strap or even sold into slavery. Talk about extreme parenting. But not all Roman fathers were strict disciplinarians. Take Julius Caesar, for example. He was known for being a bit of a softie when it came to his daughter, Julia. In fact, he once said, "I would rather be first in a village than second in Rome if Julia were with me." Aw, how sweet. I guess even the toughest of guys have a soft spot for their little ones. The Roman fathers took the education of their children very seriously. They believed that education was the key to success in life. Boys were taught reading, writing, and arithmetic, as well as military training, while girls were taught how to run a household. Speaking of education, did you hear about the Roman dad who was teaching his son about numbers? He asked, "If I have 3 Roman coins and you take one away, what do you have?" The son replied, "A bloody nose." Fatherhood in ancient Rome wasn't just about providing for the family and passing on knowledge. It was also about creating a legacy. Roman fathers were expected to produce male heirs who would carry on the family name and continue the family line. This pressure to produce heirs could be intense, and it was not uncommon for Roman men to divorce their wives if they were unable to have children. In some cases, men would even adopt adult men as their sons in order to have an heir. The truth is, the Romans had a unique approach to fatherhood, but it wasn't always effective. They may have produced successful politicians and military leaders, but they also created a society that valued power and violence over compassion and empathy. But hey, let's not judge them too harshly. After all, they did give us some pretty cool stuff, like aqueducts and togas and Latin phrases that make us sound smarter than we really are. And who knows, maybe they were onto something with the whole tough love thing. Maybe we're just too soft these days. Now, let's talk about fatherhood. It's a tough gig, right? You're supposed to be a provider, a protector, a role model. But let's be real, sometimes you just want to watch TV and drink a beer. And that's okay. We're all human, we all make mistakes, and we all have moments of weakness. But here's the raw truth about fatherhood: it's not about being perfect, it's about being there. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about being a rock for your kids, even when everything else is falling apart. And most importantly, it's about being willing to learn and grow and be better, even when you mess up. So, what can we learn from the Romans about fatherhood? Well, maybe we can learn to be a little tougher. Maybe we can learn to be a little more disciplined. And maybe we can learn to be a little more confident in our own abilities. But let's not take it too far, okay? Let's not beat our kids and punish them, or send our sons to fight to the death or in slavery. Let's find a balance between tough love and unconditional love. Let's be the best fathers we can be, while still being true to ourselves. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to tune in next time for our episode on ancient Greek fatherhood. But before you go, don't forget to check out our previous episodes from the Ancient Civilizations Fatherhood series, including our episode on Vikings fatherhood. You won't want to miss it. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.